Welcome to
Chats from the Peak,
where God's favorites link up. My name is Lara.
My name is Memi.
And we are your co-hosts, co-founders, podcast girls, all the things of Chats from the Peak, our podcast, which is an extension of Marriage Pinnacle, which is our marital support platform. If you are new here, thank you for tuning in. We have a fun episode, a lighthearted episode. It's a little different, but as we are growing our brand, as we are growing the podcast, we thought it'd be fun just to do a little get to know us, right?
I'm excited.
We typically are behind the scenes girls, and we talked about that on like one of our first episodes where we never really thought we were going to be like on camera type
we thought we were
girls.
going to be a faceless
brand where like you get the resources, you get the tips, you know, people on the back end who are doing like the coaching and things like that. Yes, but like actually being kind of in the front of the camera never was our thing. Yeah. But as we grow our brand, we were like, you know what? Let's tell the people who we are. Okay. Yeah. So let's get a quick get to know just to find out who we are, right? So we have a couple questions that we're going to ask each other and then answer ourselves. And that's really going to be it. That's the gist of it. Is that all right? Comment below if there's a question that we didn't answer. If you would want to, like something else that you want to know about either one of us, both of us. If there's questions that you have for us and we didn't get to it, drop it in the chat. Okay? So I'm going to let you go first.
You want to let me go first?
Yes, girl, because I always go first in everything. Let me talk about Marriage Pinnacle. At the end of the day, Marriage Pinnacle is our marital support platform that is catered to millennial couples of color. And we provide tips, resources, personalized support to these couples via coaching, via one-on-ones, support, our close support groups, all of the things. We have marriage, we have conversation cards, merch coming, all of the things. But at the end of the day, we say it every episode, we believe that healthy marriages, which is what our purpose, our God-given purpose is to help restore healthy marriages, because at the end of the day, healthy marriages support healthy families, and healthy families are the cornerstone of every community. But it's the truth though. Right? Good job. Chop knuckle. So at the end of the day, that's what we stand on, and we believe that as you enjoy the peaks of marriage, you're going to have to navigate those lows, and that's where we come in. So now that the spiel is done, go ahead and go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe, do all the things, share with your friends.
Sign up for our email list so you can be in the know.
Get all of the gems and stuff like that. Lock in. All right. So if you stayed in this long and you want to get to know us just a little bit better, we got some couple questions for each other. So like I said, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask my first question. But we need to
go ahead, do it.
Talk about, I'll tell you about myself, who I am, right?
Duh.
And then we're doing the questions.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm Memi. I am 30. Too old to tell you my real age.
Hello.
Tell you that. I stopped counting at 35.
I'm not there, but I'm not 35, so.
I'm 35. And 35 plus.
Plus.
Sorry. Okay, but I was born in North Carolina, moved to Baltimore when I was 2 or 3, and I lived in Baltimore all the way through college. After college, I moved to Southern Maryland, worked for the government, and still live in Southern Maryland doing all types of stuff. And I'm married for 11 years. It'll be 12 years on August 4th.
Woo!
Yes. We're like getting into the double digits.
Hello.
In there. I have 2 children. My son is 10, Daya, and my daughter is 6, Ty. And I come from a beautiful, huge family. My parents are in Baltimore. I have 3 younger brothers that are my little besties, or big besties now.
Big besties. They all bigger than you.
Yeah. And I think that's enough about me. I love to have fun. A little bit about my personality. I'm a very fun-loving girl. Anywhere there's enjoyment, you're gonna find me.
Call Memi.
You're gonna find me there. If there's too much lack of enjoyment, just know that I'm depressed. Just know that I'm sad.
It's been weeks of no enjoyment. There's a problem.
Weeks and there's no like laughter and fun. I'm sad. I'm not in a good place. Yeah. So some people don't like the whole Sagittarius thing, but I'm pretty true to my Sagittarius. Like whatever they say about Sagittarius girls, I pretty much fall in. So I love adventure. I love to have a good time. Always trying to make people laugh. I love to laugh. I love to, that's just me. I love to give advice. I love to like help people. I love to see my friends doing well, and I love to see everybody just living their best lives. So, Lara, your turn.
What about your hoodie?
Oh, and I went to Morgan State, the one and the only. Love my school. Love my alma mater. Did I say it right? Alma mater?
Yes, you did say it right.
Alma mater?
You did.
Alma mater.
It's alma mater. Yes.
I love my alma mater. Morgan State all day, baby. HBCU gang forever. Baltimore City.
All right, girl. Come stay in Baltimore City. Relax.
In City College. Went to City College. Castlewater Hill in Baltimore. Repping all
Are
day.
You
Class
done?
of 04. Returning 20 years. Ooh, I just told you how.
I was about to say, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot right now, sis.
Cancel that. Class of 2010.
Lies you tell. Okay. Are you done? You sure?
Yeah, I'm done.
Anything else you want to say?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. So my name, now I feel like nervous. That's crazy. So my name is Lara, aka Dr. Lara, aka the Doc MC. So I am married. I've been married for going on 10 years this year. We 2 hands in the game. I have 2 kids, double digit gang. Yeah. I have 2 kids. I have a ball of energy son named Levi. He is 6. And I have a vocalist, my daughter, Za the vocalist, who is turning 3. Those kids bring so much joy to my life because they are on joke time 24/7.
Constant entertainment.
24/7 joke time. And it's like, we know we're joking, Mom, and we're going to continue to do it. I've known my husband all my life. So we've known each other since we were in middle school. The guy had a crush on the girl, on a kid for some years. And then I don't know how he snagged me, but he did. He got me. He got me. Lucky and I'm locked and loaded. I ain't going nowhere.
I know that's right.
I ain't going nowhere.
Ain't nowhere to go.
Ain't nowhere to go. Ain't nothing I see out there that I want. Nothing. So yes. So by training, I am a clinical psychologist. So you could pretty much say I love school because I was in school for a very, 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 very long time of my life. So I think that being a psychologist is kind of just embedded into who I am, in that like I take what people say to me to heart. I'm one of those, I'm like a locked vault with the things that I know. I feel it's very important. It was like one of those episodes I think Memi and I talked about where like, I just think it's such a violation of trust if like you share something with me and like I say it, I just don't do it. So I feel like that's super important to me, like being trustworthy, being seen as trustworthy, being seen as somebody you can go to, a confidant. That's super important to me. So right now I am actually in entrepreneurship. Where so if like you know a company that needs a bomb facilitator, that needs a bomb trainer, somebody to train your folks on mental health in the workplace culture, leadership development, I'm your girl. I'm your girl. I am your girl. So yes, I'm moving into that. I've moved into that space. And then also, like I said, I'm called the Doc MC. I MC events.
And you're really good at it.
Weddings.
Beast.
Baby showers, parties, all the things. And I actually enjoy that. I enjoy bringing people's events to life and allowing them to have a good time and catering it and making it special and unique to each client. So, really good. I did not go to Morgan. I went to the very prestigious what is it? When it's a white school?
PWI.
PWI. I went to the very prestigious PWI.
Is it? Oh, wow.
The University of Maryland, College Park. The only. When you think about University of Maryland, you think about College Park. That's where I went.
That is true. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah. So the one and only. It's not the one and only, but it's the one.
It's the one.
It's the one. So you follow. So I did go to College Park. I did detour at St. Mary's College of Maryland.
Not because you know I was trying to solve.
You wanted to. Oh, you thought you was gonna come for me.
You
thought you was gonna come for me. You wasn't. Never gonna catch me slipping. But yeah, so I detoured at St. Mary's College of Maryland, which is a public honors college. Let's not get it twisted.
Right.
But then I felt that like College Park aligned better with my spirit, and it did.
I can see that.
And so I went there. I love my alma mater as well. Love everything about my alma mater. I enjoyed life at my college.
College was so fun.
Yeah, like I enjoyed college. I felt like I lived life in college, without even being crazy. But I just had a good time.
As it should be.
Yeah, I had a great time. Yeah. So I think that I wouldn't say I'm a girl's girl, but I love good girlfriends. Yeah. Like, I love good girlfriends. I love having, like, I'm super competitive. I don't need none of my friends in the comments telling me that. I'm saying it here myself. I'm super competitive, and I know that. I don't like to lose. Don't be on my team if you're a loser. Period.
And that's just that on that.
And that's just that on that. Don't be on my team. If you know you get nervous when it's time to step up, just be on the opposite team. Easy.
Go that way.
Just go that way. Right. So it's easy. So and we didn't say we're both Nigerian Americans. Yeah. I have a brother and a sister. I'm the oldest. So as well as being Nigerian Americans, we're both firstborns. Yeah. And so I feel like we kind of paved the way for our siblings. We're looked to as like the standard, and then either they gotta meet us there or exceed us. Yeah. And I wear that with a badge of honor. Yeah. Being able to be looked at by my siblings and like they're proud of me. Yeah, that's as well as my parents. That's a big deal. So I feel like I'm funny. I don't feel like I'm funny.
You're funny.
I'm funny. You heard that? I'm talking to you because you know who you are. You heard that. Period. I'm funny.
Where's our producer today?
She's not here. It's okay though. It's okay. She's actually traveled. She traveled work. Okay. She traveled work. She's not here. But yes. But yeah, so I'm funny. I like belly laughing. Yeah, like I like the laughing where it's just like, oh my goodness. Like you cracking up and you can't breathe type laughing. Like that's what I like. We've said it before, we're UK girls. Like
we love it.
We love
a bit of us.
A bit of us. A bit of me. Like everything UK, you can find me tuned in.
And for me, it's the beats, the makeup,
the makeup, just everything. I just love the culture. I love it. And I love like Africans
and Caribbean
Caribbeans in the UK. Yeah. Like I love them. So so I'm a UK girl through and through. Yeah. And I feel like those are like the basics. I feel like we'll get into it with the questions. But yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'll go my first question.
All right.
What is your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, you getting deep, girl. Okay.
I know. Jump right into childhood.
All right. Favorite childhood memory. Wow. That is like a...
Yeah, these questions are a little right there. You gotta think a little bit.
Jesus.
You want to do another one?
Please.
Let me give you a softball.
Yeah.
Can you describe your ideal day from start to finish? Not what your days are actually like, but the perfect day. Oh. From morning to evening. What is that like?
Okay. That's like I'm trying to tailor it because I'm like, I want people to know I love my kids, but like... So, okay, if I had, yeah. So I feel like I'm gonna even start it like the perfect ideal day starts the night before when I drop them off at Mimi's house. So when I dropped the kids off at Memi and JoJo's.
That is too real. It's too real for the street. They're not ready for the realness.
I can sleep in. Because one thing about my kids, before 7, they are up. Every single day of the week. So even if I wanted to sleep in, I don't have the luxury of doing so. So if I know that Memi and JoJo can watch Zion and Levi, and I can sleep in, that's the start to a perfect day.
It gets better. When they're older, they don't work you out.
Oh, see, I'm waiting.
Has to look forward to.
I'm waiting. Levi's getting to the age where he's like knows the value of sleep now. Yeah. So he ain't coming up and bum rushing me. Yeah, He'll just come and get in my bed and then go back to sleep. Yeah. But Zion is like, Mommy, with all of her morning breath glory, I'm hungry. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
I don't miss that at all.
Like, that's where I'm at right now. So I have a 3-year-old. So she is very much like in my face. So like, I can wake up and then like my husband's like, let's go get breakfast. So I don't have to cook.
Oh, I like that.
It's off to a good start, right? Then I have absolutely no responsibilities.
Wonderful.
When I say I don't have a gig,
Nothing.
I don't have an event to go to, I can just be in my house and chill.
That's nice.
And I can watch as much TV and as many episodes of whatever I want to do when I want to do it.
You don't gotta wait for the kids to go to sleep to watch the bad words and the
No,
violence.
nothing.
Nice.
And then there's food in the fridge, so I don't have to go make anything for my husband.
It's just nice.
And if I want to order Uber, I can order Uber Eats. If we want to order together, it's even better when he wants to pay for it.
It's even better.
And then you want to top
This
it
is
off.
also my ideal day.
If you want to top it off,
same day.
I go take a shower because maybe I didn't take it in the morning. I'm taking it in the night. When I get out of the shower, there's a gift for me waiting. That is ideal.
That is so cute.
That is ideal.
The gift gets me. Because we just talked about love languages on one of our other episodes.
Yeah.
So
like,
beautiful.
if that'd be like perfect.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And then this makes it even better. Mimi and JoJo decide to drive and drop the kids off. So I don't even have to drive to Baltimore.
Yeah, so they bring them back.
They bring them back to me.
Nice.
That is like, and then she showered them.
Oh.
I mean, life is good. Life is good.
So or they were sleeping in the car and then you just gotta transfer them into the bed.
Into the beds, showered.
Oh.
So that I'm not taking off outside clothes. Come on. That's it right there.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. That's it right there.
That gives.
That's it for me.
That gives.
That's where I'm at with my life. Yeah.
I don't think I can top that.
Yeah.
I think for me, my ideal day outside of that, because that's
perfect, right?
That was epic. That was beautiful. It would just have to be anywhere but here.
See, I didn't know we could go like out the country somewhere.
If we can go out the country,
yeah.
So that would be my. If we're in this
in this place where we live,
in this America,
you transferred your bad vibes to my mic. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
If I have to be within this country, that's my ideal day.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to go on a plane, put me on an island. Put me in blue water.
Put me in blue water.
Put me in room service.
Oh, all you can eat? Speak my language.
That's it.
That's good.
All I have to do is get out the bed, brush my teeth, put on a bathing suit, be at the pool all day, and then bringing me snacks while I'm at the pool reading my book. Oh, life can be so good.
Life can be so good.
Life can be so good. That is my ideal.
That's good.
Day.
I like that.
You stay at the pool all day. You come back. You take a shower. You get ready for dinner. Ooh. You get fine.
Oh
like,
yeah,
sexy dress.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. That's mine too. I like that. That's good.
So those are our ideal days. Home and away.
I like that.
Boom.
All right. Okay. I'm switching gears. Let's see here. What words would you use to describe your personality?
Okay. I feel like I would say I am generous.
Mm-hmm. I would say accurate.
Yes, I'm generous. I would say I goofy, silly. Like I'm always laughing over the smallest thing.
You be like
now, like what? Why am I laughing? Like I laugh all the time. Like,
she wants to play all day.
All day. If I'm not on playtime, I'm not on anything. So I play a lot, goofy, silly, and I don't know. I just love I love people. Like I'm extroverted. I love being around people. I love watching people laugh. Like even just scrolling on Instagram. Like when you see like Black people just dancing.
Yeah, you love like when
I be like this.
The time. She's in.
I just love to see just pure joy, pure happiness. Like that fuels me and gives me pure joy and pure happiness. So yeah, I would say those are my personality traits. I would say generous, goofy, silly, good energy, love to have a good time. I like life of the party type of energy, and no, just happy and joyful. Yeah, like I want people when they're around me to just feel like happy. Like not like don't be sad around me.
Don't be a fun sponge. Don't be a fun sponge.
Don't like it. Don't be sad around me. I can't handle it. I can't. too much.
It's too much on me.
Okay, how about you? Your turn.
Okay, I would say very similar. So like I feel like in this like phase of my life, I love people too, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I have moved into a space where like I also love like myself. Like I love it now. So I feel like I'm more of like an ambivert now.
Yeah, okay.
Where like I love when I am around people, but I feel like it can sometimes be draining sometimes. Like it can be draining sometimes. And so I just that being able to be in the house and like recharge, I feel like I need that now a little bit more. But when I don't feel like I needed that before.
Yeah. I feel like the pandemic had something to do with that. Because I kind of felt like I took on some of that as well. Like getting me out the house was hard after when outside opened back up. Because you just became so used to that.
And that could be where it
for me.
That could be it too. But so I feel like but I also like I love good energy. I love good energy. I feel like that's why we get along so well, because I feel like we're very, very similar. So I'm less goofy, but I like being goofy. If that makes sense. So it's like there's a tier, I'm just a little like couple notches below.
Get it.
You got it? So like that's when we talk about like the immature and like the mature thing.
What?
So like if you guys want to do this too, you guys can comment in the chat, right? Who do you think is, and we don't take immature as like a bad thing. We know it's all jokes. We know it's all love.
But we're the same. That's what we said.
Stop that. No. We're the same. That's not the question I'm asking. That's not the question I'm asking. The question I'm asking is, who out of Memi and Lara do you feel is more immature?
Same.
Memi or Lara?
Identical. Everybody say identical. Identical. Say that.
They're not. Them two. Because we're not.
And I'm older than her by 10 days.
See, that's what I'm saying. Then we go to all of that.
Yeah,
we get into all of
the stuff you can't be mature with me because I'm older.
That is a lie.
We're not talking about common
from
sense.
the
We're
pit
talking
of
about
hell.
what's happening right now.
See?
Okay, sorry. Keep going with yours.
Oh, so you think by doing that makes you more mature? Lies. So I also feel like I am very observant. I feel like I'm very observant. I am an empath. So that just means like I feel what other people feel a lot. It does not bring me joy when people are not happy. It brings me great joy when people are happy. I feel like that kind of goes, it's very in line with my training and who, what I've grown up to be, where that people in general are important to me, right? And I want people to do well. So I would say I love being the life of the party, but not because I'm trying to be.
Center of attention.
I don't need, no, I don't. Like, funny thing is, I don't want to be center of attention. No. I don't want to be. I can be the life of the party in the corner. You know what I mean? And I'm very okay with that. Like I'm very okay with like, oh, we're over here, but we're having such a good time in our own.
I think life of the party, it's the same thing as like what we're saying. Like you want to ensure, like we're good hostesses.
Yes,
like
that's it.
When you're in my house, I need to make sure you're fed, you're smiling, you're not bored. Like even when you do your events, like you can't handle when people are just sitting down on their phone. It's like, no.
Yeah, we gotta do something. So the queen of engagement, that's me right there. Like I'm gonna engage you, like for sure. That's me. And I feel like that even goes to like the facilitation for work. Like I want it to be interactive. I want to give you something, you give it right back to me.
Yeah, I think that's what we mean by life of the party.
Yeah, that's what we mean.
Not like in the center. Like,
I don't need to be center of attention at all. No. I'm very okay. I'm very okay. But in that same token, I do feel like God has like placed this gift like on us, right? Where like right now, today, it's not about like how many people, but I feel very called to what we do. I feel very much that we are walking in our purpose. I feel very much that like God is taking us places. Amen. Like I'm very, very, very much of that mindset. So as you know, I'm a believer. I love me some God. I love where he is like growing me. And prayerfully that's reflected in like how I live my life. Yeah. You're
doing good.
Thanks, sis.
Good job. Sorry, you're getting touching. I'm super toucher.
Come on now.
Okay, my next question is, knowing everything you know today, what is some advice you would give to young Lara?
Ooh.
All my questions is childhood questions.
You like all the way? You want to go back? Okay. Knowing what I know now, No.
And when I say young Lara, I'm like envisioning like Lara just got her bachelor's.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. Okay. I would say to Lara, like fresh out of college Lara, I would say live life.
Yes.
You know, and I don't mean, I don't live my life with regrets, but I do feel like I was super focused on getting to the next. Like, and it's crazy. I mean, granted, as a therapist now, like or a psychologist now, I can recognize that in like patients and things like that. And I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, like
enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. And I know for me, I was always thinking about the finish line.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the finish line all the time. So I did not get to enjoy a lot of like the moments that I could have. And I didn't, and I also like forewent a lot of things as well. Like I tried my best to balance, which I think I did a really good job. There's a girlfriend of mine, shout out to Heather, where like she's like she's a white version of me, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, period. Like, yeah, she literally, yeah. Have you met Heather?
Was she at your birthday party?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes, not Kelly. That's
talk.
Kelly. No, that's Kelly.
Okay.
So I feel like Heather and I both, like when we were growing, when we were in in grad school, we both wanted to maintain our social lives bad. And so we would wake up at 7 a.m, study papers, whatever we needed to do until like 5 p.m. just so we knew we could go out and have fun. You know what I mean? So like she was very much like me in that regard. Like our social networks, our families, all of those things were really important to us. And so we made sure we carved it in. But I felt like even more than that, I felt like I never had like a breather where it was like school. It was school. And so I feel like that is what I would tell myself, that it's okay to take a break. And it's okay to like do your own thing. Like if there are things that you're passionate about, cultivate those gifts now, because you don't always have the opportunity now that you have family and responsibilities. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. How about you?
I think I would tell Memi with the bachelor's to take risks.
Ooh.
Like,
that's good.
Stop playing it safe.
Stop playing it safe.
And I know we talked about our birth order and like having to be that example for our family. I think for my dad wanted me to go back to school, and he wanted to just get your MBA. Like you're right there. Just Morgan will give it to you for free. Just go do it.
Wow.
And I was like, what would I even do? Like I was a finance major and I graduated in 2000
something,
where the stock market crashed.
Oh,
so as a finance major. There was no jobs for us. Like I had an internship I thought I was gonna have. They got rid of the entire company. So it was just kind of like, it was a rough time. And I feel like that would have been the time
ideal
for
time
me to do something different. Instead I played it super safe. Super safe. And now you look back and you're like, it's a lot harder to take risks.
Now. It is. It's too many people that are relying on you. Too many people.
So it's so part of me, I don't really have regrets in my life, but you kind of look back like, well, can't do nothing crazy now because my kids got school fees.
And they gotta get paid.
Mortgage, so that's what I would tell Memi. Little Memi. I would say, girl, Go and do it now. Take a year off. Travel. And that's why I love to see the young girls now. Like they on trips. They get into the bag. Out. They are living their best life, and I love to see young girls doing that, because it's like, if you don't do it, when
that's good.
If not then, if not then when.
Yeah. If not now, then
when. Why did I kick my butt like that?
You be stumbling words a little bit.
I stumble a lot. I don't know what I be on.
It's okay. It's all right.
All right.
All right. Okay. So one of my favorite poems is Deepest Fear. Your Deepest Fear. It's not called Your Deepest Fear. It's called Our Deepest Fear. And so it's by Marianne Williamson. I was on the Coach Carter thing. Okay. What is your deepest fear? But I love the poem, right? And so my question is to you: what is your deepest fear?
My deepest fear.
And I'm not talking about like I'm afraid of clowns. I'm afraid of. Like, I'm not talking about that.
Who's afraid of clowns? I am afraid of the dark. But I would say failure.
Yeah.
I would just say failure. Like it goes right back to what I wish I would have told my younger self. It was that fear of failure. It was that fear of not achieving, like like jumping out there with no parachute. Yeah. Like that blows my mind.
Blows my mind. Yeah.
I
like,
can't wrap my mind around that. And so I'm saying up to today, like even right now, like it's things that I want to do, but I'm just like, ugh, that's risky. That's risky. That's scary. Yeah. You know, like if I mess up, like, what's gonna happen? So I would definitely say my biggest fear is failure. Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
Same thing. Yeah. Same thing. Oh, absolutely. I think that like you kind of carve out how you think and see how your life is gonna go, and it's like the deviations, I don't got much room for that. I don't got much room. Deviations are scary, even mathematically. Yeah, it's scary, right? It's like you just don't know. You like, and again, it's like sometimes it's like I play it safe. I just do what I need to do because it's gonna keep me in line. It's gonna keep me. And I think even just me jumping out into like entrepreneurship, it's that's where I'm feeling it.
But I'm proud of you for doing that.
I'm feeling it.
Horrifying.
Feels horrifying. It's like, okay, I feel very naked. I feel very exposed. I feel very vulnerable because I'm like, if this does not succeed, this is a reflection of me. Yeah. You know, so it's very, very scary. And I feel like, you know, unfortunately, like the devil just eating that up. Like,
loves it. That's where he flourishes.
That's where he flourishes. He's like, oh, I got one. And so I feel like that's what I'm having to do all the time. It's like, God, you know, you are my refuge. Yeah. Like I can run to you. You're the one who's you want to take care of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like, yes, that is where like that fear of failing, that fear of like not making my parents proud, that fear of like letting my husband down, that I think about like him thinking like, why did I marry her? Like she's a burden. You know what I'm saying? Like God forbid, I don't want to be a burden. Like I want to contribute. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like that is, or my children not being proud of me. Yeah. You know, so that is
scary. That made me emotional because we out of eye on that. Like the whole, like some of my friends will tell me like, girl, but you have more room to take risks because your husband is your parachute. Yeah. Like right, like. If all else fails, he's there. Yeah. But it's like that doesn't mean I want to let him down. That's still failure to me.
Yeah, that's right.
Like even if I do fail, and I know he'll scoop me up and he'll hold the house down, do whatever. It still feels like what you said. Like who did I marry? Like I married a liability.
Liability, God forbid.
The liability.
Can you imagine me a liability? God forbid. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
It's scary.
So it is scary.
It's scary.
It's scary. Yeah.
So I definitely feel you on that. 100%.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'm trying to pick one. Okay. Can you share a favorite family tradition or memory from your family of origin?
Yes.
You taught me that today.
Okay. You are a mess. I would say Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
We waited till 12 o'clock and birthdays. So Christmas and birthdays. And why I say that is because like we are 12 o'clock a.m. birthday people.
Oh, okay.
So we stay up. Especially as you're getting older, it's getting harder to stay up sometimes. But like we stay up and like you want to be the first person to wish somebody happy birthday. Like if you wishing me happy birthday at 8 a.m., you're late.
Yeah, like what
Daddy, you're late.
Daddy,
you're late.
Daddy, don't feel her.
So like that is our like just family, like my sister, my brother, like especially like when we all moved out. So it's not like I'm running in the room at 12. It's like the first person to call. And like you want to be the first person to call. Literally, you want to be the first person to call and say happy birthday, happy this, whatever. So that is something like I just love that we do that. And then like Christmas, like we do it for Zion. Tella doesn't so much want to do it, but like we would wake up at 12 to open gifts, like 12 a.m. Christmas, yeah. Wow. So Christmas Eve, my parents would like have us like go to sleep, but then they would wake us up at 12, and then we would open our gifts, and then in the morning we would have breakfast.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah, so that's
sweet. I think for me is road trips. Yeah. Like my family was big on road trips.
Really?
And like I didn't get on my first plane. Well, my mom took me to Atlanta when I was for a wedding when I was like 8. But after that, I didn't get on a plane until like graduated college. So everywhere we went, we drove.
Really?
Like we drove to Tennessee, we drove to Florida. My dad's brother lives in New York. We were always driving out there. We had family in Philadelphia. Anywhere we had family, we would drive to.
Oh, nice.
Like at least on this
on the East Coast.
East Coast.
Yeah.
And so I think just like being in the car and like having to like stop at the different hotels and motels. I don't know. Like it was just it just made us seem so close. Like having to be in a car. My dad would tell all these stories of like Anansi and the spider.
Oh.
So he would do like all those like folk type of storytelling. And they would tell us stories about like their childhood, how they grew up. So I think like a lot of people would ask like, why do you like? I know so much about my parents' childhood, and it's always like, why? Like like people can't relate because it's like, when did you know? Like, why do you know that your dad got a scar on his head from falling off the cocoa tree? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I would know the entire setup, like how we got there. Yeah. So like my parents love telling stories. I think of those. We got so much of that from like the road trips and things like that. And fighting with my brothers. And how I used to be jealous because they could pee in the little. They have to stop at the restaurant. They could go into 20-ounce bottles, and then I would always have to like stop on the side of the road and go in
pee in the corner. Bush. Oh my gosh, girl! Yeah.
Don't miss that. I am not a road tripper in my family. Like in my new family, we don't do road trips like that. Wow. But I love that. Doing that with my family of origin.
That's crazy, and that's so nice because that's like a segue into my next question. My question is, what is like one of your like most memorable trips? And it doesn't have to be with your husband. It can be like just like a trip you remember, and you're like, I had such a great time on this trip. Like it just was good. From
I would say it was the first time I went to Nigeria in 1997. I was a bit young. I done told y'all my age like 3 times.
I told her, you done told him your age.
But it was. We went to Nigeria for my mom's. My mother's mother was doing, and I talked about it I think in another episode. But my mother's mother was doing like a ceremony for the oldest grandchild, which was me. Yeah. So we went to Nigeria. We went in Lagos for I think a week, and then we went to the village. And so we were there for a month in total, and it was just fun. Like meeting my mom's sibling. My mom has 10. You said she was 11. 10 siblings. Wow. So meeting all her siblings, meeting my dad. My mom is the oldest of 10, oldest of 11. My dad is the youngest of 14. Wow. So meeting my dad's siblings were like kind of all over. So I didn't meet everyone, but I met like
a lot.
The ones that were in the village, and that meant so much to him. So just I don't know, it just made me feel so connected to my family. Like when they're telling me all their stories and who all these people are, like, your Uncle Charles and your Auntie Did. I got to actually meet them. So they weren't like characters in the book. They were real people. And then the way they loved on us and treated us, it was just nice. And my brothers were all there. We all got malaria. So that was the sad part. We were all sick as heck. Wow. It was real bad. But that was the worst. That's a bad memory.
Besides that, it was good. It was a good trip.
But it was amazing. And it's like, it was fun. It was different back then because we would just be able to run around. Like I could walk from one house to another house by myself. Like I was learning how to navigate the village. Yeah. And so it was fun. I had a good time. Nice, so I would say that's my most memorable trip.
Okay, nice. That's not where I was going with that, but I feel like because I thought you was gonna tell me a girls trip. You don't do girls trips. Never mind. You don't.
I am a girls girl, but I don't like girls
trips. I was going to say a trip that was fun, and I don't know why I'm saying memorable. I'm not saying it's maybe not my favorite, but it's such a memorable trip.
Impactful.
I'm not gonna say impactful, but I'm saying memorable because it just was such a good time, and it was such a large group of people that it just worked. Yeah. So like I had after college we took a trip to Myrtle Beach. I think I was telling you about
you were just telling me about this.
Yes, and it just was such a fun trip. Like everyone just got along, and it was like 13 of us, guys, girls, like. It was just a fun time because it was like not impromptu, but it was not a lot of planning and it just worked. It was one of those like it got out the group chat and everybody was just like, I'm coming. And we got a place. People put their money down and it just worked. And it just was fun. Like we did everything together. We played football on the beach, guys versus girls. Like it just was fun. Like, yeah, it just was fun. We ate dinner together. We went out together. Like it was no drama.
Yeah.
It was just fun. And it was one of the few times I didn't have like school looming, because it was like the summer and nothing had started yet.
Yeah.
So it's like I felt like free and like I could just do, you know what I'm saying? There's no chains. Like thinking about like, oh, the next, like there's a paper due or there's this. It just felt like free. And so like, it's just such a memorable trip.
Yeah.
And that was like 2019. Yeah, right. 2009. That was a long time ago, but 2009, it just was a good trip. I have other great trips as well, but like, I feel like that was just memorable for the fact that like, it was so many people and so many different personalities and everything just fell in line. Yeah. And this was like 3 or 4 days and we were together and it was fun.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's always good. I love a good group trip.
Yeah.
But it's just like everything that comes with it.
Yeah, it comes with it. Yeah.
You know? I just be like, it's not worth it. Vacation me.
Yeah. So pick one more good one.
What? Oh, a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. What is one thing on your bucket list that you hope to accomplish someday?
I am praying that Marriage Pinnacle like really is like, you know, like we are a household name.
Oh,
yeah. That is like, I really feel like there's just so much negative like press on like marriage, like so much negative press. And I want us to really like be that impactful, like be like SMEs, like be people that are sought after to like come in and help and support or whatever, be speakers at conferences and things like that. Like that's what I want for us. Because I feel like that is like a bucket, like that is, I can always say the other bucket list, like travel here.
Because I didn't think we were going there.
Yeah, but I just feel like I really want that for us. Like I feel like, you know, we're really passionate about it and like we're really doing the legwork. And I feel like, you know, with all of the ideas we have in our head to reach people, I think that like I would really love to see that, like look back and be like, we're here. I feel like we made it. I feel like we, you know, I feel like we are here. You know what I mean? So that's on my bucket list.
I love that.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, to get all the Birkin bags.
What was I gonna say?
I wonder.
Go to Paris and spend $10,000 in a day. Like that was great.
It's great. That is great.
That's on bucket list too. Say it.
So everyone wants to give me $10,000.
I want to be on TV.
Anybody? So what is yours?
Oh, I'm serious.
Girl, be serious. Be serious.
Again, goofy, sorry. That was a really good one. And I don't know if I could top that. But I think my bucket list item, it's just, I can only think of like doing stuff.
Yeah,
like
do it.
Like,
say it. What do you want to do?
I just want to be rich.
My bucket list is to be rich. Well, when Marriage Pinnacle blows up, you'll be rich.
That's what I'm saying. So it goes hand in hand. Like I just want to be finance. Like I want to be free.
That is,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Freedom.
That's it.
Financial
like,
freedom.
Because everything on your bucket list you can do when you're free and have good health.
Yeah. Oh, child, ain't nothing like having good health and or having poor health and then you're rich. Like
it's pointless.
Don't matter.
So it's like I never want to downplay the importance of and the blessing that it is to be healthy.
Yeah, that's good.
So as long as our health is good and we are not even just financially free, but just free.
I get that. I
like just joyful and
joy.
And not to be like naive, because sometimes when I do say that, like I do go too far in my optimism bag. I'm like, girl, wake up. Like it's the world.
Not like, let me bring you back to
like,
planet Earth.
Reality.
Bring back to planet Earth.
It's not always gonna be peaches and roses.
Yeah.
But it's just like 90%.
Yeah.
Give me 90% peaches and roses. I'll take a little bad on the corner, a little stress. But yeah, like
good stuff.
That's my bucket. Everything on my bucket list is contingent upon that. Yeah. So I just want to be able to have that freedom over my life. Like, I don't want to, like, coming to record, I'm like panicking, like, oh my gosh, like, I gotta respond to the emails. I want all that freedom. Like, I just want to be free.
I get that. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good. All right, last question for you would be, this is not a question for like tooting my horn, but I'm saying it because I want to be able to say it to you. So tell me what you love about me.
Oh.
And I'm gonna preface it. So like, tell me what you love about me, and tell me why like you're happy we're doing this together.
Oh, okay. So I'll have to talk about the genesis of Marriage Pinnacle. So Marriage Pinnacle has been on my heart in particular since 2015. I started off doing wedding blogging with BCG events. Shout out to AJ, love you, I sent you. And I was her blogger. So like, she was doing a wedding, I would blog it, I would post it, I would talk about it. I was doing interviews with like wedding vendors. I was going to weddings with her. I was basically like a social media manager for bloggers. For blogging, yeah. And I was after I had gotten married and the wedding was over, I immediately became disillusioned with the wedding industry. Like, and at least that the narratives that were being pushed. And I felt like after my wedding, AJ would be like, I need a post. And I'm just like, I gotta go talk about, I gotta post this beautiful wedding that nobody can afford. Like, it started to wear on me. But I always felt called to that relationships and the beauty of it, but I was on the wedding side. But after I got married, I always had that passion for like relationships. And so I remember joking with my cousins one day and telling them like I wanted to start a marriage blog, and they would be like, just do it. Like, you always giving us advice, like just do it. And this was in 2015, 2016, and the kind of person I am, I have all these ideas, but they just kind of sit because we talk about fear of failure. I don't go, right? Don't go. And so one day during the pandemic, Lara, you had called me and you were like, I want us to do a clubhouse about relationships. And immediately, and because it had been on my heart, during the pandemic, everybody's thinking like, what can I do? And so Marriage Pinnacle had been on my heart. And immediately I was like, thank you, Holy Spirit. I said, thank you, Holy Spirit. And I was like, because one of the things that always held me back was, don't nobody want to listen to you. Like, you don't have the credentials. You're not a therapist. Like, I had looked up going back to school for like, to get like a certificate in counseling. And I was just like, something. And so when you came, I'm like, she's a psychologist. Like, she can legitimize all this. She can make it real. She can make it real. So at first, that was my first thought. Like, yes, finally, legitimacy. But then after talking to you, your heart for it, like, and even though you're not a like married therapist, I'm not, it's like you still have such a heart. And I feel like much like me, we're similar in that way. Like, people confide in us. People come to us for advice. People look up to us, for lack of a better term, but people look up to us. And so I saw that in you, and I saw that our missions I felt were so aligned. And I feel like what I do love and why I love that we're doing this together, that we hold each other accountable because we are very similar. It's like when I'm going through it, it's like, come on, Memi, like we gotta do something. We gotta make a post. We gotta do something. And it's like when you're kind of thing, I'm just like, all right, what we doing? What we doing? We gotta do something. We gotta make money this year. Like, we doing this for free.
It's enough. I'm tired.
And then even when I'm just like, I can do that.
I'm like, no, we can't. And I bring her back.
I was like, no thanks.
I bring her from Saturn and I bring her back to Earth.
I feel like I love our balance. And I love our rapport. And I just love that. I love that it's, even though it was like, okay, I had the idea of Marriage Pinnacle, I feel like God sent me who I needed because he knew that I was not going to do it myself. And it's like, and so when there's so much things I think about with our Marriage Pinnacle journey that just constantly confirming that we're where we're supposed to be. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing. Because it's at every turn when it's like, well, guess we're not doing that. It's like, whoop, yes you are. Yes you are. Like, oh, we're not doing that. Yes you are. Yes you are. So that it's the constant confirmation, and it just lets me know that God wants us here. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, that was good. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna say your turn, but yeah.
Wait, what is my turn?
I'm kind of shy.
So I would say, yeah, I feel like even with like solo entrepreneurship, I feel like, you know, it is scary, right? Because it really is only you, right? But I feel like with you, you have taught me a lot. Because it's like, it's one thing, and this is even before I got into my own, right? But there are so many things that have to happen. You can have wonderful ideas. Yeah. That means absolutely nothing.
Literally just writing on paper.
It means absolutely nothing. Yeah. And I feel like you were big on the mechanics in the beginning. So that, number one, I'm so grateful for, because I feel like as much as I can be like, I can execute. Yeah. But I feel like you're like, all right, Lara, we can execute, but we also need to do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 before we execute. You know, or before we do this, like, or maybe we need to like put our resources here so that we can do this. I feel like that was very much you. So I feel like I'm the one who wants to go 100 miles a minute. You're the one who kind of brings us back to earth, you know, in that regard. And I love that. I appreciate that so much. But more than that, I appreciate your heart. I see it all the time. Like, there are certain things that Memi will do. Why are you laughing? Okay. There are certain things that, so don't make me cry. Don't do that.
Yeah, sorry.
Stop.
Very strange.
Stop it. There are certain things that you do that I know, like, it teaches me to be more selfless like you. I feel like you do things literally out of the goodness of your heart. I feel like, and it's for nothing in return. And not that I don't think I'm a tit for tat person at all, but I feel like, I'm like, okay, how will this benefit us? Yeah. Like, doing this will help. What's the ROI? Like, what is the return on investment? There you go. Yeah. And that's not a bad thing. Like, okay, like, how is this going to help do this? How is it going to generate traction? Whatever. Yeah. And I feel like you operate from like selflessness. And I feel like for me, that has been such a good reminder that when you do that and when you walk in selflessness, like, God has no choice but to bless you. You know what I mean? So I feel like for me, that's been such a blessing to be able to do something with someone who has those type of like values and beliefs. And like you said, we are very much aligned. Yeah. You know, we're very much aligned in like what we believe, the things that we do and we don't do, what we're not willing to compromise on. Yeah. I feel like that's what makes this like beautiful. Yeah. You know, so like for me, I'm just like, want to give you your flowers.
Oh, hugs.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong?
I love you.
Off of me.
Sorry.
But just to say that I'm like so happy to be doing Marriage Pinnacle with you. And like, I think at the end of the day, I always take away, yes, this is for marriages, but I think it's also for like relationships and friendships and stuff.
I think
and
so
yeah.
And it's for us. Like, I feel like our growth is also, it also speaks volumes to like, that while we're putting that message out there, God is also refining us.
Oh, absolutely. That's facts. Yeah. So both of us did not cry. Yeah, no tears. No tears.
No mascara running.
But yeah, so it's just a little get to know about Memi and I. She is the goofy Morgan State bear. I am the refined
what? I was taking my own pride and then you went too far.
So I am also the goofy Maryland Terp, and I am okay with that. And that is that, you know. This was, again, a little different from our normal episodes. This was just to kind of break the ice and get to know us. And, like, again, if there's certain questions that you want to know about the both of us, please feel free to drop it in the chat. And we'll make sure we answer them, because we want to make sure our peak seekers know who we are. We're trying to be real and raw and authentic at all times. Yes. So thank you so much for tuning in to another episode from Chats from the Peak. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned.
Bye.